Well, another special piece here.
I know, we're both going like this. We're both just admiring our hands like this.
That is
Rachel?
pretty amazing.
Yeah.
That is a genuine created ruby.
Right.
And when we talk about created rubies, think about going and looking what Mother Nature does. Okay,
Right.
when Mother Nature brings you a ruby, this is a created ruby, grown ruby. There's no difference between what Mother Nature does and what a created ruby does as far as physical, chemical, and optical properties. You cannot tell a difference unless we were sitting here with a loupe, and then you would still not be able to really see and tell the difference,
Right.
if you will.
I mean, really, one of the oldest tricks to be able to see the difference, really, you know, this is really, I'm telling you, this is true. People might tell you differently, but I know this to be true, is a real ruby most likely has some sort of a flaw.
Exactly.
And that's highly visible to the eye.
Right.
Unless you're talking really expensive pieces, really expensive pieces. So this piece, again, we've just sort of helped Mother Nature along faster, so we can have it, you know, now as opposed to having to wait a long time. And we could also do it without breaking the bank or mortgaging your house.
And asking, because you are so well respected, and so people actually come to you with the best of the best, and you can say, no, I want this, I would like this, because of the reputation that Victoria has. A 6.5 carat flawless ruby.
Expensive. Expensive. I want to tell you, the last ones I worked with, first of all, rubies are, rubies of this quality would be rare in genuine stones. And I use the word rare truly rarely because, you know, I'm not one of those people that's going to want to hype and all that. But it's a very, rubies, Burmese rubies like this. I'm going to show you some color swatches on it, too.
Please.
Burmese rubies like this would be extremely expensive. I would say, you know, I've worked on rubies that are $50,000 per carat and higher. And I can tell you this looks like that ruby, okay? And again, when rubies are that expensive, you're looking at styles that are a little bit more classic. You're looking at also, you know, side stones that are going to be diamonds. It's going to be with baguettes. So we're just going to randomly pick out some colors for you because I want you to see the vibrancy of this ruby. It's a deep, rich red. It's like blood red ruby, gorgeous. I would say rubies are very, right now they're very rare because they're already rare. You know what rubies are? For those of you who, you know, just in a sort of layman's term, it's a corundum, and when a sapphire is red, it's really a ruby. It's the same family of stones. So you can see how, you know, in a grand scheme of things, how much more rare the ruby would be because it's just a little tip that comes out like that. And when those little crystals, it's those tiniest little crystals, come out like that, it's basically, they don't come out in these sizes. That's why they're very expensive. Now, that was before the political embargo. Now we have a political embargo against Burma, or what it's now known as Myanmar. So even if you were willing and had the money, if you won the lotto tomorrow and you wanted a ruby like this, you're not going to be able to get it because we're not allowed to import. But you can see how absolutely beautiful ruby is. I mean, it's just, and you know what? You can't. It's something about the color red. It's just so divine, don't you think? You know, when you look at, I don't know if you watch the royal wedding, but when you think of Vatican, when you think about these old institutions that's been there for thousands of years, whether you're talking the Vatican, the cardinals, or you're looking at the Royal Jewels Tower of London, you go to Tower of London, you're going to see a lot of rubies, diamonds, rubies, that's one thing you're going to see. I mean, in fact, when I think of Tower of London, the first thing I think about is the ruby. Because they have so many of them, you know, and they've collected them. And I'm telling you, this is the color. It is exactly the color.
And it's one of those rings that people will absolutely, it's a get-you-notice ring. It's a ring that looks
so pretty,
authentic. It feels magical when you wear it. And you are looking at 7 3/4 of a carat just on that created ruby, 6.5 carats. It is on one flex pay to get this home of $33.32. If you're a July baby, we're about a month and a half away. Can you believe it already from July?
You're kidding me.
A month and a half away.
You're scaring me.
Memorial weekend is 2 weeks away. This is a way for you to celebrate because, again, for a 6.5 carat ruby of that caliber, for many of us, again, it is completely cost prohibitive. So for you to be able to enjoy this with the look of flawless diamonds, you can now do that. Get it home, one flexible payment, put it on. We're going to go off to the phones, and we're going to welcome in Katrina, who's given us a call from Florida. Katrina, good morning. Welcome to HSN. You're live on the air.
Good morning. How are you doing, Rachel? Hi, Victoria.
How are you, Katrina?
We're great. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I had to talk to Victoria.
Of course.
Tell me, Katrina.
Last June, I purchased a floating crystal watch.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely stunning.
Oh, thank you.
And it looks like brand new still a year later.
Oh, thank you.
I have not got as many compliments on anything as much as that watch. That watch gets me compliments every single time I wear it.
Oh, good.
I was so worried because I've never bought anything from the TV, so I was scared.
Oh, you know what, though? Katrina, they do give you a 30 days money-back guarantee. You know?
Yeah, and I got it home, and I fell in love, even more than I did on TV.
Good, thank you.
I just want to say I'm 25 years old, and I love it. It's age-appropriate. It's just absolutely gorgeous, and nobody could tell it wasn't the real deal.
Well, thank you so much for calling in, and I hope you tune in for more. Yeah.
Oh, that created ruby is going to be next on my list.
Oh, thank you.
Fantastic. Yeah. Katrina, we're so glad you called. Thanks for being a part of the show, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thank you so much, ladies. Have a good night.
You too, Katrina. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
How sweet.
Well, and I was showing you a little bit earlier, in case you didn't see it. We'll show you again. Look at all of the detail from the side, from the gallery. Look at the side profile. And again, do you see how it's rolled? Look at the scroll work. Look at all of the detail on the side. I mean,
yeah, that's great. I want to show you the little barrel here. Look at how thinly these baguettes are cut here.
Look at that.
Think about it. The baguettes have to have a point at the bottom. To have it completely go around the cylinder in that space, where we have to have a diamond cutter cut these baguettes so thin, it's almost like little slivers. That's the only way we can actually channel set the whole thing down here. So you're not just getting the created ruby, you're getting workmanship like you can't believe. You cannot find workmanship like this today, even if you were willing to buy it in diamonds. Yeah. If you're willing to buy them in real diamonds and real rubies, you almost can't even find workmanship like that now. That's amazing.
In fact, from 1.3, 1.5, 1 3/4, 2.5 millimeters in the absolutes, to 3.2 millimeters on the baguettes. Yeah, it looks.
See, doesn't that look like you just really are? You know, this also screams old money. I mean, European old money. This is the kind of thing, if you walked into Westminster Abbey, by the way, every time I go to London, I love to just to go in there. And if you go there on Sunday,
look at the jewels and everything.
Well, Westminster Abbey, do you know they actually still hold services there? Sunday services.
Oh, I didn't know
Church
that.
services. You can actually, when you hear the choir
I've
there.
never been.
It's unbelievable.
Wow.
That's the kind of thing I wouldn't hesitate to wear this. I mean, you know, if you